Title: The Magic Mirror. The king of Granada decided to marry. First, the news was told to his barber, then the night watchman, and then to the oldest woman in the city. The barber told his customers, who told all their friends. That night, the night watchman shouted the news in a loud voice so that all the young women were kept awake by thinking of the news. The old woman consistently reminded the young that the king had decided to marry. The old woman asked the barber, how will the king choose a wife? To which he said, to find a worthy woman. I am afraid I shall have great trouble. What, you exclaimed the woman, what have you got to do with providing king with a wife? I am the only man permitted to rub the royal face, and he said he, and what's more, I have a magic mirror. If any woman who is not thoroughly good looks in the mirror, the blemishes on her character will appear as spots on its glossy surface. Is this one of the conditions? Asked Doll. This is the only condition, replied the barber. Any woman from 18 years onwards is eligible, but they will have to able to justify her claim. Each woman will have to gaze into the mirror with me. Each woman will have to gaze into the mirror with me by her side. The one condition imposed on those who wanted to become queen of Granada was made known. Strange to say, no woman came forward to the barber to have a look into the mirror. Days and weeks went by. The king was no closer to getting a wife. Some ladies would try to convince their friends to go before the mirror, but no one seemed willing to take the step. The king was very handsome man and was loved by all the subjects. It was surprising that none of the lovely ladies who attended court should try to become his wife. Many excuses were given. Some were already engaged to be married. Others claimed to be too proud to enter the barber's shop. Still others assured their friends that they had decided it would be better to stay single. Every evening the The king would ask the barber if any young lady had come to look into the mirror. But the answer was always the same, that many watched his shop to see if other went inside, but none had ventured into himself. Oh Garada, oh Garanada, exclaimed the king. Is there no maiden in this land willing to offer himself to be a bride of the kings? Kings I know, in other hands, have no trouble in getting married. Why is this happening to me? Your Majesty, there is one possibility. There is a shepherdess on the mountainside who may risk looking into the mirror, but would you marry such a lowly person? Ask her to come, answered the king. In the presence of my assembled court, let the gentle shepherdess look into the mirror. So the barber brought the shepherdess to the court. It was proclaimed throughout the city that the shepherdess was to be tested, and the royal hall would soon be filled with all the grand ladies and knights of the king's household. When the shepherdess entered the room, she felt very shy at being surrounded by so much riches. The king reached her kindly, telling her that if he wanted to be his wife, she would have to gaze into the magic mirror. If she had ever done anything bad, the mirror would show the same number of stains on its surface as the bad things she had done. Sir, replied the shepherdess, everyone makes mistakes. I am no different. I have made mistakes with my fowls, but I think they must forgive me because every day they let me take care of them. And if they sense danger, they come to me for protection. I love my sheep and do my best for them. Truly, I have no ambition to become the queen, but I am afraid to look into the magic mirror. Saying this, she walked to the mirror and gazed into it, blushingly, slightly perhaps, at the sight of her own reflection. The court ladies surrounded her. When they saw that the magic mirror showed no spots on its surface, they snatched it from her and passed the mirror from one to another. They exclaimed, "Look, there is no spots when any of us looked into the mirror either. This is not a magic mirror. A trick has been played on us." But the king said, "Ladies, you are right that there is no magic in this mirror. But if you had been as confident as as this shepherdess, who is now going to be my queen, you would not have refused to look into the mirror. I know now that my bride is truly the best among you all. The end.